What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of American Horror Story. Okay, so part 2 of season 10. This is episode 8. It's called Inside. But double feature part 2. This series is called, or this particular storyline is called Death Valley. All right. Um I just, have you ever been in one of those places where you don't know if you like it or don't like it? It's like it's parts that you like and it's parts that you can deal without, and it's just like, girl, I could have did something else at the same time, but then you're interested, but then you're not, but then you are. That is literally where I'm at with this second part of American Horror Story season 10. I will say this is my least favorite season. For season 10, and I'm just going to be 100% honest, for season 10, they could have came a little bit harder, but I'm not going to go so hard on it because of the circumstances at hand. Okay, we all dealing with a pandemic and they had to do what they had to do, but even with that, it still could have been a little bit better, this part could have been a little bit better. I mean, we're only 2 episodes in, so I'm really looking forward to now, especially with the present, storyline within this storyline. I'm looking at to see how it ends, okay? I believe we got a couple more episodes left, probably 3 more episodes left, so hey, we will see. Meanwhile, we get into the episode, it starts back in that shit in the past, okay? And it's giving me the feel like How to Get Away with Murder, how they used to go back and forth in the past, and then the present, then the past, and all that stuff. So now we going back to 1963, and we introduce, once again, we got President Ike, and now we got President Nixon, okay? And they're basically talking because at this point, Kennedy is in office. And, they're going back and forth whether or not to tell Kennedy what's going on with this treaty that was made with the alien species, okay? And Nixon don't want to tell him because he don't think that he prepared to tell him, prepared for it or whatever. He ain't gonna be able to stomach it. And sure enough, they went on ahead and they told him, had a meeting with Kennedy. Kennedy was looking like, what the hell is this? Okay, why y'all ain't tell me this or whatever. Meanwhile, when they get to telling him what's going on and how this came about, he is yapping his guns about what was said to him about the aliens and using them. Basically, we using them to populate the earth, okay? As they said, it's for repopulation because both of the planets depend on it. That is what they sold to the Americans, okay? To us earthlings, all right? And it's like, let us go to them first, because if not, it's always this bringing up Russia, whatever. If not, they're going to go to Russia. And, back in then, it was like, America versus Russia and all this stuff, whatever, especially like with the space wars and everything like that. So, I mean, it got a little historical stuff in there. I give it that, but then with an alien twist, okay? And, apparently the aliens have been giving them new technology, okay? And the Americans are basically made a deal that they give up 5,000 people a year for a new piece of technology advancement or whatever. So we see Ike and his wife, and they're sitting down there eating their TV dinner that was heated up for 30 seconds in a microwave. And apparently, this is a technology that the aliens gave us. Okay. And I'm sitting here like, what? What is happening? Meanwhile, we get President Kennedy. He up there talking to Marilyn Monroe. Like, this is the definition of pillow talk. Marilyn Monroe is up here trying to get some, and he up here talking about them keeping this secret from them, and how could they enter into a treaty like this with some other aliens and shit like this? Why would they put our country in jeopardy like this? It was crazy. Miss Marilyn was like, first of all, baby, I already knew that these people was here for a minute, okay? Because when I was in my foster care family or whatever, at one point some shit came through the light, came through the window, and I woke up and it was a teddy bear there. And I knew that it wasn't mass because my foster parents, they didn't allow that shit. And I was just like, oh my God. And they didn't believe me, and they put me into another foster home. I said, oops. Oh, okay. But meanwhile, after that, Marilyn was basically telling him, you need to go ahead and do the right thing, which is tell the people what's going on. Tell your people, don't keep it a secret, because this is what you would do. You would do what's right. So at this point, he was about to have a joint meeting with all his, I guess, his staff and everything, and tell them what's happening. He was going to pull together a conference or whatever, which has some reporters, I believe, that which eventually will make it to the news, which going to mean that it's going to make it to the public that the government has been doing all this stuff behind our backs this whole time. Okay, it's all this whole it's so conspiracy theories filled, okay? But I'm sitting here like, I think this, if y'all want to talk about some UFOs or whatever, it's a program. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes on Showtime. And it's literally called UFO, okay? And baby, girl, I'm sitting here now. Listen, I ain't never been a one that believed in that shit. But after looking at that documentary, I was sitting here like, well, damn, bitch, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. And y'all know I ain't into conspiracy or nothing like that, but they had evidence and everything that backed that shit up. So I'm sitting here like I'm an evidence type of person, okay? Show me the shit, okay? And I need to see that shit in person to truly believe. But, just spark my little memory and spark my little interest a little bit by showing me some stuff. And I'm sitting here like, is it doctor? And they was like, no, girl. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, is this shit real? Bitch, I don't know. They could be playing. But baby, just look at it. It's 4 episodes. It's really, really good, okay? But anyway, back to the show. So at this point, he was about to call a conference, okay? And right before he could do that, all of a sudden the news come out that Kennedy got shot, okay? And conveniently this happened so he can't get this news out. So I'm like, what are y'all trying to say? Y'all trying to say that this is the reason why he got assassinated or whatever? Or it's like they're rewriting history and everything. And we find out that subject number 1 has expired. Okay, it didn't work. Which was Amelia Earhart. Basically that baby came out and just was a nuisance, okay, a little monster, okay, and it just didn't work. It killed everybody that was up in there. They had to go up in there and kill that thing too, okay. Meanwhile, we get a little backstory on what the history was, or I should say what the agreement was, how they came about. You see Ike and he brings his chamber of peoples together, all his major people together, and they're trying to tell them what's going on. And we're going to do this treaty, bring people together and let them experiment on the people. And they're going to give us this type of technology. And of course, it was people in that room doubting it. Okay, like, come on, we can't do this. You can't hand the country. You basically handing the country over to some unknown people, unknown whatever these things are. And you don't know if they really being real with us or whatever, okay? And so, of course, here come Maria 273. She come floating her ass up in there. And she was like, she had this box. She was like, oh, I hear what you talking or whatever. But just to make sure, I'm trying to let you know that I'm on the even tip. And I mean what I said. Here's a little piece of technology. This little radium cord or whatever it was. And it's so good or whatever, you can't even see it, okay? And I'm looking at it, and the way she was describing it, I said, bitch, so y'all trying to tell us that they invented Ethernet and the internet, Wi-Fi? I said, what? This 1960, bad you, this was 9 years earlier, okay? 1963, 1954. Okay, yeah, 1954, because that's where it was last week. Bitch, y'all ain't finna get me caught up in the number game. Okay, and I said, oh my God, so they invented the microwave. They gave us the microwave, the technology for the microwave, and the technology to do the Wi-Fi. I said, what? I said, stop playing. But then again, who built the pyramids? I said, what y'all not gonna do is y'all not finna play on my senses or whatever. Meanwhile, one of the little admirals or whatever, the captain, he was like, we ain't finna deal with this. Okay, we can't trust this or whatever. Next thing you know, she looked at his ass and did like that, and his head exploded. Okay, she was like, listen, you gonna sign this treaty, all right, or else some shit gonna happen and you ain't gonna want to find out. Okay, next thing you know, to spook them, okay, The alien suspect or species that is down on Earth is using Maria's body as a host, okay, to interact and to get around people, okay, to look normal, to blend in. But baby, after that whole little conversation, that host left that girl body and blew her head up and killed her. I said, Maria didn't do nothing to nobody. I mean, why you have to do that to her? You the invasion of the body snatchers. There it is, bitch. There it is. Okay. I said, why you have to take her body and just blow her up? She was an unwilling participant. Like, you ain't even give her no choice. You just went in. Like, goddamn. Like, you ain't even give her nothing for hosting. Like, hey, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to come up in your shit, but I just needed to make a point, whatever. But good job. Here's some pillows or some shit like that. You want a cup of tea? Girl, nah, they just killed her ass. I said, oh, bye, Maria. Meanwhile, so this is when they went on ahead and they signed it, and it's 9 years later, and we get the whole thing with Kennedy dead, and at this point, he had to get some convincing because Nixon came into the came into the picture because his wife basically overstepped. His wife overstepped her boundaries or whatever with him, went through his drawer and got the photo evidence of what was going on with the aliens and stuff like that and showed it to Nixon and tried to convince him to tell him to sign up. Okay, we got to continue doing what we need to do. Okay, to protect the country. That's what we need to do. And I was just like, women can, we got our ways to convince people. And of course, he was pissed off. And, at this point, she was trying to make some dessert or whatever. And she tried to Ike had confronted her because Nixon came up there trying to tell him basically, you need to do this, okay? You need to continue this pact that you got on, this treaty that you got on with the aliens or whatever. Baby, next thing you know, Miss Mammy is her name, Mimi, okay, bitch, whatever his wife name was. All of a sudden, mama eyes turned white and she started floating. I said, oh no! He the thing that moved into his wife. Listen, you better do what I say, unless we gonna take your wife out, okay? You saw what happened to the last one. I said, oh my God, so you really ain't gonna give him no choice. Y'all are not playing fair. I said, I don't like this. I don't like this. I said, listen, what if some shit like that really happened? Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay, that's what it seemed like. They just would not give us no choice. That we come in peace type of shit. I just don't believe that would happen. Let's say for chance that it is something like that goes on. I don't believe it's no we come in peace, okay? Because we supposed to be this world that's like superpower and all that superpower, okay? We supposed to be that or whatever, and y'all want our resources, okay? It ain't no let's be friends, let's hopscotch and be friends. No, it's let's take over, okay? I believe that shit, girl. Independence Day, that's all that it was giving me, because then it went to the present, okay? It went to the present, and we see Kendall, Jamie, Troy, and is the other one named Cal. We see them driving to the doctor, okay? And the two boys, especially back there, especially Cal, he just, oh my God, like it seems like he got the worst of it, okay? Because he got morning sickness, and all of a sudden, the last time we seen them, their stomach was flat, and they found out that they was pregnant, okay? They took the pregnancy sex test, and they said that they was pregnant, okay? And they just couldn't believe it. Bitch, they woke up the next day and full-on stomach, looked like they at least 4-5 months. I said, ooh, that's a baby. What does it do? Can it feel a kick? So basically, they going to Jamie's doctor because they got to go somewhere that is discreet, because they don't know what they're dealing with and they don't want nobody judging them or whatever, okay? And then you got the boys. How they going to explain that, okay? So they get to Jamie's OBGYN, and she was like, I'm just trying to see how many months I am, okay? I don't know who the daddy is, but just tell me what's good. And doctor came up in there. She was like, okay, I ain't got to tell you the sex talk because I obviously look at you, but lay back. Let me put this gel on your stomach. Have you ever had that gel on you? Baby, that shit be cold as hell. Oh my God, I had to get an ultrasound for my gallbladder. And when they put that shit on me, oh my God, it was so freaking cold. But anyway, and they be pressing down so fucking hard on your shit. I be like, oh my God, you gonna break my pelvis, bitch. They did that because I had to get one I check for clocks and stuff like that, DVTs and shit. Baby, it was all up in my pelvis bone and she was pressing down. I said, bitch, you gonna break my shit. I came up in this bitch with one thing and I'm gonna leave with a broken bone, bitch. Thank God wasn't nothing wrong. But, I was just like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. But meanwhile, they go ahead and the doctor, she doing the little ultrasound and she trying to figure out what it is, okay? And next thing you know, she looking and she like, okay. Hold on a second, okay? I'll be right back. And she just ran up out of there, okay? She went through all of those emotions, okay? Y'all know I gotta act it out a little bit. I'm trying to get a job out here. They stop playing with y'all. But dog, ran up out of there and mama got on the phone, okay? She was like, listen, I need some professional help right quick, okay? I need to talk to Dr. Scales or whatever because I need a patient. It's a patient up in here that really needs his help right now, okay? And I guess they couldn't connect her fast enough because at this point, while she trying to get on the phone with Dr. Scales to understand what the hell is happening, what she's seeing, and the other kids in there, they like, what is going on? Because the look on her face, it looked like something funny was happening. So at this point, Troy got up and said, freak that. Come on and see what's up inside me, okay? So Kendall started doing a little ultrasound on him. And she looking and she was like, oh my goodness. Like this shocked, horror, disbelief type of look on her face. And next thing you know, they turned the scale the camera the screen around. And baby, I said, what is that? It's an alien baby up in there. I said, oh my God. And they was wondering, bitch, how the fuck is gonna come out? I said, oh no. How many arms that thing had? Okay, it looked like it had two or whatever, but it just looked weird. It just looked weird. Everybody was just like, what? Because they was in the car saying, this ain't no alien stuff. We don't believe in that stuff, whatever. But then you look at the ultrasound and that's what it is. Meanwhile, Miss Doctor, she's still on the phone trying to get Dr. Scales, and we see this car, this black van pull up. I'm thinking that she had called them. Girl, them motherfuckers was looking, okay? And they came up in there, niggas in black suits and stuff. I said, oh my God, this is Men in Black. Okay. They come up into the office. They was like, hey, so you trying to get in contact with Dr. Scales? And he was like, yeah, my office is closed. And he was like, yeah, 4:00, right? And he was like, yeah, but I'm trying to get in contact with Dr. Scales. Right. So you haven't been able to talk to him yet, huh? No, I haven't. Okay, cool. He put his glasses on and pop. I said, pop one, and then the other one came in and popped her again. I said, wait a goddamn minute. Okay, listen, I'm thinking Men in Black, okay? I'm thinking he about to go in memory erased, okay? You never heard, you never seen, you don't know, okay? What is these people? I have no idea. I can't tell you nothing, okay? At this point, I'm just looking like they did not have to take that lady out. That was an innocent bystander, okay? She ain't asked to be up in this position, okay? Y'all was wrong for that. And then next thing you know, they go up into the room and they were so rough. They were so rough. I said, they pregnant. They pregnant. At least be gentle with the women. They so pregnant and they just so rough and pushing them up against the wall and everything. And then they just put something, inject them with something that knocks them out. I said, oh my God, you guys are so, why are you guys manhandling them? You have no respect. They didn't ask to be in this position. Okay. So then all of a sudden it's this white room. And then we see Kendall, she's laying back. I said, oh, she laying back on the table. No, baby mama is levitating. Okay, and next thing you know, they spin out the room, and it's a whole bunch of people up in there, including Cal, Jamie, and Troy and them or whatever. And I said, where the table at? Where the table at? Ain't nothing underneath them? Ooh, what are we at? It is all white. I don't like this. Okay. She got a cord coming out of her or whatever, like monitoring her brainwaves and shit. They got cloths over their midsection and over their privates or whatever. And I said, girl, what? Kendall play dead. Okay, go back to sleep. Kendall woke her ass up. She was the only one that woke up and she was like, what is this? Why am I here? Where's my friends? Next thing you know, this white tall thing come up in there looking like the blue lady from Fifth Element. I said, give us a tune. I said, what is this? And then I noticed the hands. I said, this Angelica, aka Candy. I said, all right, girl, what's this? And I'm listening to the voice. I said, oh, you an alien too? You an alien? You a host? That's what's going on. And then she was like, no, girl, I ain't no alien. I ain't from them planets or whatever, but we up in here trying to, you should be lucky and you should feel lucky or whatever because you up here trying to save the planets, okay? You good for my planet and our planet. And she was like, wait a minute, we trying to save Earth? And she was like, girl, not Earth. I said, oh. I thought that's what we was doing. And she said, no. She didn't even have to expand on it. I said, oh, so you willing to let us die off to save your planet. Oh, okay. And you a fucking inbreed, bitch. I said, what? So you gonna choose. You already made your choice. Okay, because she's biracial. I said, what is going on? You made your choice already? I said, okay. Meanwhile, we see them. They put her ass back to sleep because Kendall was, she a little fighter, okay? She was like, enough talking from you. Go back to sleep. She was like, okay. Next thing you know, we see these people up in this white place, okay, and they're getting food. It's some Jello, and it looked like a worm stuck in here, a little bug up in this one, but it was like 3 cubes. I said, that's it? Where the meat at? Girl, get them a piece of chicken. You ain't even got to fry it. Bake that bitch for health reasons. You know what I'm saying? Get them something else that provide a little bit more nutrients. I mean, I know they carrying alien babies, but I'm pretty sure they need some more nutrients or whatever. And so at this point, we see this man up in a black turtleneck sweater, okay, and some jeans. And I said, bitch, is that Steve Jobs? Now, that part I was confused about. I was like, why he sitting here talking to this older lady? Because she looked older than everybody that was there. And did you notice it looked like it was more men that was there than women that were pregnant? I said, what's that about? Oh my goodness, explain. So he having a conversation with old girl, her name Calico, okay? And so next thing you know, he gets up and he walks away. He the only one that's there that's regular. And I was like, what was that about? I'm confused. So you trying to tell us that he's not? But I thought he was. So what? Explain that if you saw it, okay? So we got Kendall sitting over there by herself. She just pouting. She just she just looked distraught. She confused as shit, okay? Like, why the hell am I here? All right? She trying to understand what's going on. Next thing you know, her 3 friends come in there. They was like, oh my God, here you go, Kendall. How you been? Oh my God, what happened? She was like, listen, bitch, I don't even know how I got here. And it was like, we was at the doctor's office. Next thing you know, somebody came in and woke up here. And she was like, no, I'm staying. Like, we was up in the room or whatever. And then I woke up and I was talking to this person and I don't know what it was, like one of them things. And, at this point, Calico brought her ass over there to talk to them and to get a lowdown. Calico been there since 1979. And she say she like one of the ones that keep reproducing and keep reproducing and keep reproducing, okay? Some of them are one-timers, okay? And, Troy was like, well, if that's the case, bitch, if they one-timers, what happened to them? And at this point, that's when Kendall had spilled the beans about, they basically trying to say they planet. They don't give a fuck about us. Okay, they don't care about us. And I said, oh, girl, don't talk too much. They gonna do something to you. Meanwhile, it's Troy the one that's freaking out because he like, how this baby gonna get up out of me? Okay, what's gonna happen? And then the guy come over there talking about your multi-nutrients, okay? Take this. And he knocked the tray out. He was like, where am I? Am I gonna be able to go home? Am I gonna be able to go home? How this baby gonna get up out of me? How this gonna get up out of me? A boy said, you need to calm down and don't talk to me like that. He said, all that, okay? Next thing you know, girl, they done came in there and knocked his ass out with a little taser to the neck. I said, not the carotid, okay? Not the carotid. All right, damn. And then took him into a room. He got strapped up with his legs open, his legs strapped down, his arms and everything. And I said, oh my God, y'all about to make him give birth. And I'm sitting here thinking, so is y'all about to cut that thing out or is y'all about to make that thing come out somewhere else? You making it bust out of him or whatever, because I need to know, okay? At this point, we see white lady, okay? Miss White thing or whatever it is, Fifth Element. She come up in there, okay? And I said, oh, what's going to happen? She was like, listen, don't even worry about it. You about to give birth and it's going to be okay. But let me tell you something. Don't focus too much on the pain, because he was like, how this shit going to come out of me? Next thing you know, he started coughing up blood a little bit. I said, oh my God. Then you look at the stomach and it was just going crazy. I said, oh no, what's about to happen? And he was like, what is you? What is you? You one of them or whatever. So she trying to calm him down, or I don't even know if she was really trying to calm him down. But next thing you know, she took she took the hood off, and then she took the mask off that she was the face shield that she had on, and baby bitch, she was one of them things, okay? I said, oh, so which generation are you from? Okay, because you full grown. I said she was half human and half alien. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, it piqued my interest at the end. It piqued my interest at the end. But at the beginning, I was like, I can do without all of this backstory. I just want this shit right here, right now. I don't need it to go to the backstory in the next week's episode, which I already know they probably gonna do anyway. But listen, just keep on with this storyline because now I'm a little interested because I want to know. I want to know, okay? But still, I'm like, do I really want to know? Yeah, you want to know. I mean, you done started it, so you might as well finish it. That's how I am. That's how I am. So y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. It was cool. It was cool. Wasn't great. It was cool. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.